Hey guys, it's Bro You Whack, and we're at that stage of Overwatch where it seems like there's a new hero change every single week, and this is probably due to the fact that the Overwatch developer team has a lot more time since they're not really spending so much time on the third year of Overwatch events. And in fact, if you guys haven't even heard the news, about 2 days ago by the time you're watching this, Junkrat and Reaper and kinda Symmetra all received a buff to make them a little bit more relevant, and these changes really inspired today's video, which is going to be talking about heroes that really need a change, or more specifically need a buff to make them more relevant. Not to make them more overpowered, just make them relevant. Because even looking at some of these buffs for Junkrat's frag launcher, now they shoot a lot quicker and they also explode a lot more faster, but also to Reaper's Shadowstep. This is not the biggest buff, but it's a very relevant buff because now you're able to teleport through the air, now you're able to teleport a lot quicker, and you're also invisible for a little bit of time after you teleport. These changes make the heroes a little bit more relevant, but doesn't make them OP, doesn't make or break the meta game of competitive Overwatch. And these are the kind of changes we need for some heroes. And that's why I'm making this video today, but I want to know what changes you think should come to Overwatch. And also, don't be biased. Like, if you're a Reinhardt main and you think he needs a buff, come on now, you're just saying that because you're a Reinhardt main. And the first hero that I think needs a buff, which could be considered a controversial topic, but just hear me out, is gonna be Mercy. Now, I just want to say for the video, I'm not at all a Mercy main, I'm not good at Mercy, I don't play Mercy, I'm not at all biased towards Mercy. But I'm not blind, people, okay? I understand that she's at the bottom of the barrel in the primary healer category. She can't heal fast enough, her res ability is somewhat detrimental to herself and also the team. She's just not really all that relevant compared to primary healers, especially in this meta right now. So what is in need of her to be somewhat more relevant? Now, this change isn't really a major one, it's not all game changing, and it might not even help the situation, but it's at least a step forward to making her a little bit more relevant. And the change that I want is allow her to heal while she's rezzing, because a problem that I run into is, say like a Genji died on the left side and he needs healing and he's begging me and whatnot, and since she's so fragile, I gotta go and res this jabroni Genji. Well, if I'm rezzing the Genji, that means we're down 2 people technically for about 2 seconds or so. That means the coordinated team could easily just come and dive the Reinhardt, dive the Zenyatta, or dive whoever it could be. Whereas if I'm gonna be able to heal them at the same time of rezzing, well, that at least ensures that there's gonna be a little bit of sustainability on the field. Again, this might not solve the issue with the fact that she doesn't heal fast enough, but I feel like this is just a step forward to making her more relevant, because again, it sucks that you take 2 seconds out of your day to not be doing your job as a primary healer. Whereas if you have your staff with one hand still connected to the Roadhog, Reinhardt, Soldier, Symmetra, whatever, and you're able to res the dead Genji, well, you're still doing your job as a primary healer, and you're also doing your job as a rezzing angel, which is what Mercy's all about. So this doesn't change Mercy, and it also helps her become a better primary healer. But if you don't like that idea, one quick idea that I also had is whenever she's gonna go in for a res, everyone around her gets an AoE heal. It could be a burst heal as simple as Baptiste, it could be as simple as Lucio's, whatever the case may be. I just want more opportunities for her to heal, because she literally has one opportunity, and it's not that great of an opportunity. When compared to Ana, she has 2.5 if you count her nano, and Mora, she has 3 opportunities if you count her ultimate. Mercy has 1.5, if even that. I know I spent a lot of time on that Mercy segment. I want to keep it going because I have 4 other heroes I want to talk about. I just know that Mercy is a hero that is in need of some sort of change. But this next hero is going to be the bottom of the barrel of heroes. I'm talking not just primary healers, I'm not talking about DP, I'm just talking about heroes in general. And it's going to be Symmetra. Symmetra, man. The idea that I had here, which isn't all creative, and these might seem like naive changes, but the changes that I want is to make her sentries deploy faster along with deploying her teleporter. Both of these things need to be faster, man, because Symmetra as a hero is just so slow, and good organized teams can take advantage of her weakness, which is the fact that everything about her is slow. Her primary fire, her teleporter, her sentries, everything is so slow, man. At least her secondary fire is a little bit good here. At least this way, if these 2 abilities are a lot more faster, then even organized teams might not be fast enough to take out these easily destroyed sentries, or even recognize that, hey, they're going through the teleporter, we should probably take out the teleporter so they can't flank behind us. What I want is Symmetra to just catch up with the speed of the game, because even like Torbjorn, but especially with Symmetra, these slow defensive heroes do not fit in the game. And I feel like if these sentries can zip past teams, and if these teleporters allow you to just teleport through fast enough, then you can create some good strategies that won't be so easily taken out by actual organized teams. Now let's talk about a hero that you might not think needs a change, but compared to other DPS heroes, I think she just kind of falls a little bit short, and this is going to be an Ashe buff. Now there are two buffs that I considered for Ashe. Both of them can happen, or just one of these, and the first change that I have, which isn't too groundbreaking, again, I'm going for changes that aren't going to be too game changing, but it's going to be increasing her walking speed when aiming down sights. One thing that I run into a lot with Ashe is that I'm such an easy target when I'm aiming down my sights towards not only Widow players, but Pharah, Tracer, Doomfist, Genji, and I can't really escape because they already delinquish, I don't even think that's a word, they already diminish about half of my HP, whereas if I'm able to walk a little bit more, a little bit faster, well, they're not going to be able to track my movement speed because I'm not just that slow sitting duck that they're so used to. Plus, Ashe thrives on aiming down her sights, so if the Overwatch team wants players to really utilize the aim down sight feature of Ashe and not just spam her bullets, well, shouldn't we not also be sitting ducks easy targets towards enemy players and enemy teams? That's just my thought process. But if you don't like that buff idea, another idea that I have for Ashe, which all of us Ashe players can relate to, is towards her reload speed, and it is so simple. The buff that I want here is to increase her reload speed, make it reload a lot faster, because even the best Ashe players have to experience the pain and the suffering and the internal weight of having to reload, and compared to other DPS heroes, a McCree, Soldier, Genji, it is instantaneous. It is half a second. Ashe, it is so long. Now, yes, I understand. If you're spamming without aiming down your sights and you're not hitting anything, then you should be punished. But I'm still punished if I'm still burning the Reinhardt shield while aiming down my sights, and that's what's meta right now. This way, if you increase the reload speed, it's not like you're going to be able to destroy a bunch of squishies, but you're going to be able to destroy a lot more of these big beefy tanks because you're not constantly reloading. You're still reloading, but a lot more faster, and that's what I really want to happen with Ashe. Alright, I saved this towards the end of the video because I know people do not want a Mei buff, but we need just one more Mei buff to make her a little bit more relevant, and this is going to be towards her cryo freeze, but not in the way that you think. I want a buff towards Mei that allows you to replenish your ammo every single time you go into your cryo freeze ice block, into your little ice block of pureness and happiness and safety. This change takes a page right out of Reaper's buff a long time ago, because a Reaper buff that happened was every single time you went into Wraith form, he got a replenish of his ammo. Even if he was down to 0 bullets out of his 8, he would go into Wraith form and then he would come out, boom, 8 bullets, or technically 4 in each gun. Say if Mei were to go into her cryo freeze right now, you're a sitting duck, and if you ran out of ammo, you're even a bigger sitting duck, alright? So if you go into your cryo freeze with this buff in mind, now you're still able to defend yourself against the D.Va, against the Winston, against the Genji, that's all surrounded and focused on you. That's what I'm really going for. It's not all that game changing, but it allows Mei to be more relevant and not have a hindrance every single time you use that ability. Plus, it could be somewhat of a tactic. Say if you run out of ammo, but you don't have any health that you need to replenish, you can quickly go into your cryo freeze and then come out and boom, you have ammo. Now, yes, the opportunity cost here is that you can't replenish your health, but now you have more ammo, and this is going to be good for the Meis that actually know how to get kills with Mei. That's what I want with the Mei buff. And the final hero buff that I want is going to be towards Irisa. Now, even though she just recently got a buff, I want one more to keep her on par with the other tanks, but also the shield tanks. This might be stupid, but I want another 100 health. I want 50 hit points and 50 armor added to her health pool. If Reinhardt can get a 2000 HP shield and 500 hit points, then why can't Irisa be somewhat related? Now, yes, I understand that Irisa would have double the amount of armor than Reinhardt, but the thing is, though, she has a 900 HP barrier. That thing gets destroyed 2 times faster, so why can't she be the shield herself? Well, she can't be the shield herself because she has 400 hit points, and that is the biggest problem when it comes to Irisa, is that I just feel like I get deteriorated a lot faster, so that makes Irisa less relevant when compared to Reinhardt, since Reinhardt has all this hit points available towards his shield, towards his actual hit point pool, whereas if she had 500 hit points, well, she'd be on par with Reinhardt, on par with Winston, and she could be a shield herself to protect her team since the barrier goes down a whole lot faster. That's why I think Irisa needs 50 more armor and 50 more health. Or heck, it could just be 100 hit points and not even added armor, because if you guys don't understand how armor works, basically if you fire into the armor, the damage that you would once receive on regular hit points is reduced by -3. So if, say, Tracer's bullet did 10 damage normally, it would do 7 damage, and that is what I would want with Irisa. And those are changes towards heroes that I think would make heroes more relevant, but not OP, okay? I don't want to just up the damage for a bunch of these heroes. I don't want to do that. I want to make the abilities that are somewhat of a hindrance, not a hindrance, to make them more relevant and more welcoming in team compositions. That's why I chose Irisa, because a hindrance here is the fact that she always goes down so easily, and Mei's hindrance is that she doesn't have any ammo after she becomes a sitting duck. Those types of changes. But let me know what kind of changes you think other heroes needs, like maybe Sombra needs a change, or maybe McCree needs a change. Just let me know. So I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. More Overwatch videos to come, and bye.